I'm Megan, Processing Manager here at Special Collections Research Center, and happy Archives Month! To celebrate, we're back with another 6 Degrees or Less, a Zelda Fichandler. Okay, so we already know that Zelda has connections to a lot of authors and playwrights. So what if I told you that I only needed 1 degree to connect Zelda to the author Herman Melville? So how do I get from Zelda to 19th century author Herman Melville? Well, my 1 degree is another famous American author, one Ray Bradbury.
When I was 12 years old, and I looked at the planet Mars, and I said, "Take me home." And the planet Mars took me home, and I never came back.
So I'm sure you're thinking, well, how did Zelda become connected to an author like Ray Bradbury?
I want a close-up of the cat now.
Well, in 1976, Arena Stage put on a production of his play, Dandelion Wine, which is based on his 1957 novel of the same name. The production premiered at Arena Stage in 1976, and this letter was sent from Ray Bradbury to Zelda, congratulating her on the production and also Arena Stage's recent Regional Theater Tony Award. So like a lot of other authors that Zelda communicated with, Ray Bradbury kept up correspondence with Zelda, asking for her opinion on plays in progress that he was working on, most of them adaptations of his novels like Dandelion Wine, including, as this letter from 1988 shows, a musical drama version of his novel Fahrenheit 451. As he writes, "Just about 2 years ago, I sent you a tape and a completed libretto. I received a note from your secretary indicating their safe arrival. Seriously, I'd like your opinion this late in time." Sadly, we don't have a copy of this anymore. One of the other really fun things about Ray Bradbury's letters in this collection is when you actually take a second and look at his letterhead, which says Ray Bradbury Enterprises, a California corporation. But when you look at it closely, you realize that is just his house. Okay, so what does any of this have to do with Herman Melville, you say? Well, in addition to adapting his own works, Dandelion Wine, and talks of adapting Fahrenheit 451, Ray Bradbury was also working on an original play based on Moby Dick, written by Herman Melville, but set in space. So in 1976, same time that Dandelion Wine premiered at Arena Stage, Ray Bradbury also sent Zelda a manuscript copy of his play in progress called That Ghost, That Bride of Time, which was based on Moby Dick mythology and dedicated to Herman Melville and set in space. This is very clear from the very opening, which starts with "Call me Ishmael." Ishmael? In this year 2099? Much to our sadness, this was another play by Bradbury that never got completed and never, as far as we know, saw any productions. But it was clearly something that he was working on and wanted opinions from people who he valued, like Zelda. This copy was copy 309 of only 400, so he clearly only printed these for people that he really wanted their opinions on. Zelda did respond to receiving this, as she said, "I love the letter and thank you for the excerpt from your play in progress." Beyond that, we're not quite sure what her thoughts on Moby Dick in space were, sadly. But it also shows that Zelda really did communicate with these authors who sent her things, and that she appreciated all of the feedback she got and all of the support she got from the playwrights of the plays that Arena Stage is putting on. Even knowing that Ray Bradbury was afraid of flying, he really wanted to support his production. As he wrote, "If I gain any tequila/vodka courage in Miami and decide to flap my wings for the first time, we'll let you know." And then Zelda responded to that by saying, "I can't think of any better reason to change your policy on flying, non-flying, than the production of Dandelion Wine." So that's how we connect Zelda Fichandler to 19th century author Herman Melville using 20th century author Ray Bradbury. As you can see, Zelda is well on her way to being fully processed and open for access. This is a finished box with lots of other stories and characters to check out, including Ray Bradbury.
I'm going to have a t-shirt made. It says, "Stand at the top of the cliff and jump off and build your wings on the way down."